Consider this truth, a truth often obscured by the clamor of daily existence, yet perpetually active within your very being. An unseen, potent force operates relentlessly, meticulously shaping every outcome you encounter, every circumstance you face, every reality you inhabit. Is this force, this profound energy, your greatest ally, guiding you with an invisible hand toward the prosperity, the achievement, the fulfillment you so ardently desire? Or is it by some cruel twist of fate, or more accurately, by a subtle, unacknowledged design of your own making, your most cunning adversary, holding you firmly captive within the confines of limitation, frustration, and unrealized potential? Reflect deeply upon this question. The answer, I assure you, lies not in external factors alone, but within the very essence of your internal landscape. I, Napoleon Hill, did not merely stumble upon this extraordinary force through a fleeting moment of inspiration or a lucky accident. No, my pursuit was deliberate, my method rigorous, my dedication unwavering. For over 2 decades, I embarked upon an unparalleled journey, a scientific expedition into the minds and lives of thousands of individuals, those who scaled the dizzying heights of success and those who languished in the shadows of defeat. I dissected their habits, analyzed their philosophies, uncovered their deepest beliefs, and from this vast ocean of human experience, I meticulously codified its immutable laws, distilling them into principles as precise and dependable as the laws of gravity. In this very moment, as you absorb these words, you stand at the precipice of a profound revelation, a discovery that can redefine the trajectory of your life. You are about to receive the access manual to its previously hidden power. Have you ever experienced that pervasive, unsettling sense that the world, despite your earnest efforts, your tireless striving, your deepest aspirations, simply refuses to yield to your ambitions? That your most audacious dreams, the visions that ignite your spirit and stir your soul, perpetually remain just beyond your grasp, forever a distant, tantalizing horizon? Does it feel as though an invisible barrier, a silent resistance, stands between you and the tangible realization of your desires, leaving you questioning not your effort, but perhaps the very fabric of reality itself? What if I were to assert with absolute certainty, born of decades of empirical observation and direct application, that the true, fundamental key to unlocking this resistance, to dissolving this barrier, lies not predominantly in the mere physical actions you undertake, nor solely in the external resources you command, but in the profound underlying nature of your thought? Consider the implications of this statement. It suggests that your internal landscape dictates your external reality with an authority few ever comprehend. This is not a casual observation. It is a foundational truth. The world, in its vast and complex majesty, responds not primarily to the superficial stirrings of fleeting desire, but to the deep, unwavering currents of conscious, directed thought. If your thinking is scattered, fragmented, contradictory, then how can your results be anything but chaotic and inconsistent? If your thought patterns are dominated by doubt, by fear, by limitation, then what else can the unseen force bring into your experience but more of the same? This is not punishment. It is merely reflection. The world is a mirror. Many, indeed a vast multitude, have perused the pages of my seminal work, Think and Grow Rich. They have read the words, absorbed the narratives, perhaps even intellectually assented to the principles outlined within. Yet, only a select few, a small vanguard of those who truly dared to apply the deepest implications, have truly grasped the profound alchemy embedded within its words. They read, yes, but do they understand? Do they truly internalize the spirit behind the letter, the living essence beneath the surface? The superficial reading offers a pleasant diversion. The profound understanding offers a transformative power. And that, my friend, is the critical distinction. Today we shall venture far beyond a superficial recitation of my 13 principles, which, though powerful, are often viewed in isolation, like individual stars, instead of a unified constellation. We shall dissect and reveal something far more potent, the hidden methodology that intricately binds them all together, not as separate steps, but as a synergistic, interconnected system. This methodology, once fully comprehended and applied, becomes the very forge within which an unwavering mastermind is created and sustained within your own consciousness. It is a psychological engine, a spiritual compass, and a practical blueprint, all fused into one. This is not merely about acquiring knowledge. It is about cultivating a state of being. Prepare yourself now, with an open mind and a receptive spirit, for a deep and transformative reflection. For this journey into the architecture of your own destiny begins not tomorrow, but in this very moment of profound introspection. Your perception of reality and your power to shape it is about to fundamentally shift. The invisible architecture, the mind's blueprint. Now let us delve deeper beyond the initial awakening into the very heart of how reality is forged, the invisible architecture of your own mind. Many perceive desire and faith as mere abstract concepts, pleasant sentiments to entertain. But I tell you, with the conviction born of seeing these forces at work in the lives of the most successful individuals, they are far more than that. They are not passive wishes. They are active, dynamic programming. Consider this. Your mind, this magnificent, intricate mechanism, possesses the capacity to be deliberately programmed, much like the most advanced machinery. I call this process, when properly executed, the installation of a reality chip. What does this entail? It begins with a principle I championed above all others, the definiteness of purpose. Do not mistake this for vague yearning, for a general hope for more or for better. That is a common, and indeed, a fatal error. I did not ask my subjects, those titans of industry and innovation, to simply desire. I demanded of them an ardent, specific, and irrevocable desire. This distinction is critical. A vague desire is a whisper in the wind, easily forgotten, easily dismissed by the subconscious mind. An ardent, specific, and irrevocable desire, however, is a command. It is a precise instruction, a blueprint etched with such clarity and intensity that it bypasses the conscious mind's doubts and filters, embedding itself directly into the fertile ground of your subconscious. This is the installation of the reality chip. When your subconscious mind receives this clear, emotionally charged directive, fueled by an unwavering faith, it begins an astonishing operation. It does not wait for conditions to be perfect. It commences, immediately and without question, to mobilize every resource, both internal and external, known and unknown, to manifest that reality. It starts operating, working tirelessly behind the scenes, drawing opportunities, people, and circumstances into your orbit, often long before your conscious mind can even perceive the initial pathways. It is the architect at work on the invisible blueprint. This leads us directly to a vital conduit, a powerful connection that bridges the conscious intention with the subconscious manifestation, the bridge of autosuggestion. Many dismiss repetition, affirmations, or deliberate self-talk as trivial, as superficial self-help techniques lacking true substance. They fail to grasp its profound significance. I assure you, this is no parlor trick. It is the direct, unequivocal language that your conscious mind employs to communicate with and ultimately to control the vast, powerful reservoir of your subconscious. Think of your subconscious as a loyal, obedient servant, incredibly powerful but lacking discernment. It acts upon the instructions it receives without questioning their validity or origin. The challenge, therefore, lies not in its capacity to act, but in the clarity and consistency of the commands it receives. You are, whether you realize it or not, speaking to your subconscious mind every single day, every waking moment, through your dominant thoughts, your habitual emotional responses, and your internal dialogue. The fundamental difference between those who achieve monumental success and those who languish in mediocrity is simply this. The majority inadvertently speak the language of failure or limitation to their subconscious. They dwell on perceived lacks, on past setbacks, on what cannot be done. This constant, albeit often unconscious, autosuggestion programs the subconscious for precisely those outcomes. I, however, taught my students to deliberately and systematically speak the language of success. This means intentionally, consistently, and with profound emotion, recording the vivid image, the resonant sound, the compelling emotion of what you desire, inscribing it onto the tablets of your subconscious. You must visualize it, feel it, hear it, taste it, as if it is already a tangible part of your present reality. You must impress it upon your inner being with such force and conviction that it transcends mere hope or belief and transforms into an undeniable, self-evident truth within your own consciousness. When this occurs, when the desired outcome becomes an unshakable inner reality, the subconscious, guided by the reality chip of definite purpose and faith, has no choice but to work relentlessly towards its outward manifestation. This bridge, the bridge of autosuggestion, is the very pathway where your deepest intention metamorphoses from an abstract thought into a living, breathing reality, compelling the invisible forces to align with your will. The engineering of opportunity, from vision to conquest. Having laid the fundamental groundwork of implanting a reality chip and bridging the conscious with the subconscious through autosuggestion, we now turn our focus to the next crucial stage, the active engineering of your opportunities. It is not enough to merely possess a definite purpose and an unwavering faith, though these are indeed the indispensable cornerstones. The world of tangible achievement demands more. It demands action, but not just any action. It demands intelligent, directed, and persistent action, born from a refined understanding of how to transform an abstract vision into concrete reality. Here, we confront the vital role of your imagination. Many dismiss imagination as the realm of fantasy, a childish escape from the harsh realities of the material world. I tell you, this is a profound misjudgment, a fundamental misunderstanding of one of the most potent faculties bestowed upon humanity. My exhaustive study of countless successful individuals, men and women who built empires from nothing more than an idea, revealed a consistent truth. They did not simply dream of success. They actively engineered it within the boundless expanse of their minds. For them, imagination was not a passive indulgence. It was an active, dynamic laboratory of conscious creation. Consider this deeply. Where do all inventions originate? Where does every masterpiece of art, every groundbreaking scientific discovery, every towering skyscraper first take form? In the mind, through the power of imagination. This mental laboratory is where you construct, refine, and test your ideas, where you design your desired future with the precision of an architect and the foresight of a visionary. It is a space where possibilities are explored without the constraints of present limitations, a place where the blueprints of your success are meticulously drafted. This active, conscious use of imagination is inextricably linked to specialized knowledge. It is a mistake to believe that simply accumulating vast amounts of general information equates to power. Knowledge, in its raw form, is merely potential. Its true power lies in its application, in its strategic deployment. The individual who merely stores facts, much like a library stores books, gains little beyond intellectual curiosity. The master of success, however, understands that specialized knowledge is the fuel for the engine of imagination. It is the material with which you build your mental constructs. It is knowing not just what to know, but how to apply that knowledge to the specific challenges and opportunities inherent in your definite purpose. Think of the engineer who possesses specialized knowledge of materials and mechanics. He doesn't just read about bridges. He builds them in his mind first, using his knowledge to solve structural problems, optimize designs, and foresee potential failures. Most people accumulate knowledge. The successful apply it for creative engineering, transforming abstract concepts into practical, achievable steps within their imaginative laboratory. Yet, even the most brilliant imagination and the most profound specialized knowledge are rendered impotent without the driving force of decision. How often do we observe individuals paralyzed by indecision, their ambitious plans dissolving into the mists of procrastination? Indecision is not merely a delay, it is a corrosive acid that erodes faith, dissipates desire, and ultimately stifles action. My research revealed that men and women of colossal achievement were, almost without exception, decisive. They formed their opinions, developed their plans, and made their choices swiftly, and they adhered to those decisions with an unwavering resolve. This decisiveness is an act of pure will, a declaration to the universe that you are committed, that your purpose is fixed. It banishes doubt and clears the path for immediate, purposeful action. And once the decision is made, it must be safeguarded by the powerful shield of persistence. This is where many falter, mistaking fleeting setbacks for insurmountable obstacles. True persistence, however, is not a blind, headstrong stubbornness. It is a calculated persistence, a strategic resolve. It understands that the initial path may encounter resistance, that the first attempt may not yield the desired result. The truly persistent individual does not abandon the ultimate objective. Rather, he or she critically evaluates the approach, learns from the misstep, and adjusts the route. This is the art of knowing when to pivot, when to intelligently modify a tactic, while simultaneously maintaining an ironclad grip on the larger vision. It is the will to continue, to adapt, to overcome, until the objective is achieved. The journey to extraordinary achievement is rarely a straight line. It is a winding road, fraught with challenges. It is the unwavering decision to keep moving forward, coupled with the calculated persistence to adapt, that separates the architects of their own destiny from those who merely dream without ever building. This systematic engineering of opportunity, from the vivid blueprint of imagination and specialized knowledge, through the assertive act of decision, and protected by the unyielding force of calculated persistence, transforms the invisible possibility into a visible, undeniable conquest. The catalytic secret, the invisible multiplier force. Having established the internal architecture of your success, the programming of your mind, and the engineering of your opportunities, we now approach a principle so profound, so often misunderstood, yet so absolutely indispensable to colossal achievement, that its mastery alone can elevate an individual from mere competency to undeniable dominance. This is not a concept one merely grasps intellectually. It is a force one must actively cultivate and strategically deploy. I speak of the resonance of the mastermind, a secret catalyst that transforms individual effort into a collective, exponential power, an invisible multiplier force that bends reality to its will. Many casually interpret the mastermind as simply networking or collaborating with intelligent people. That interpretation, while not entirely incorrect, tragically misses the deeper, more powerful essence of what I discovered through my long studies of America's wealthiest and most influential figures. The mastermind is far more than a mere association of bright individuals. It is the multiplication of intelligence and energy that occurs when two or more minds unite in perfect harmony with a singular, unwavering focus toward a definite purpose. This is not merely adding one mind to another. It is the synergistic creation of a third, more powerful entity. When minds converge with such deliberate intent, a new, unparalleled force emerges, an intellectual and creative current that far surpasses the sum of its individual parts. Think for a moment about this phenomenon. Have you ever been part of a team where ideas flowed effortlessly, where challenges seemed to dissolve with creative solutions, where the collective output felt almost magical. That, my friend, was a glimpse, perhaps unconscious, of the mastermind principle in action. It is in this crucible of convergent purpose that ideas are not just exchanged, but they are amplified, refined, and accelerated. Obstacles that might halt a single individual often seem to crumble before the unified mental power of a mastermind alliance. It is where the creative force reaches a new, elevated plane, generating solutions, strategies, and opportunities that none of the individuals could have conceived alone. Your task, then, is not just to find intelligent companions, but to learn how to activate this resonance, how to intentionally forge these alliances based on mutual purpose, trust, and harmony. For when you do, you tap into a reservoir of mental energy that is truly transformative. But there is another dimension to this invisible multiplier force, a power often misunderstood and, for centuries, deliberately obscured or relegated to the realm of the esoteric. I speak of what I termed transmuted power, the capacity to channel raw, primal energy into the pursuit of your definite purpose. Consider the immense, undeniable force of human passion. The desire, the intensity, the sheer motivational drive that often accompanies our deepest emotions. What do most individuals do with these powerful energies? They allow them to dissipate, to be scattered by fleeting distractions, or worse, to be directed towards destructive or non-productive ends. My research into the lives of those who achieved extraordinary feats revealed a consistent pattern. They were masters of redirecting this potent, unrefined energy. This is not about suppression. It is about strategic redirection. Imagine a powerful river, flowing with immense force. You can allow it to flood its banks, causing chaos, or you can build a dam, channel its power and convert it into clean, boundless electricity. In the same way, the raw, undifferentiated energy of intense passion, be it creative fervor, righteous anger, intense desire for achievement, or indeed the powerful force of physical attraction, can be meticulously channeled. It is the ability to take these potent emotional currents and, instead of allowing them to dissipate or distract, consciously direct them, like a focused laser beam, towards your one single, definite purpose. Every great achievement, every significant breakthrough, every monumental fortune has behind it a driving force of intense emotion, transmuted and channeled into productive action. This energy, once refined and directed, becomes an inexhaustible wellspring of perseverance, courage, and relentless drive. It fuels your focus, sharpens your determination, and provides an inner fire that burns brightly even in the face of adversity. Hill taught us not to deny these primal energies, but to understand their immense power and to meticulously, purposefully direct them to serve our highest aspirations. This strategic channeling, combined with the collective power of the mastermind, forms an unparalleled catalytic secret, a force invisible yet undeniably potent, multiplying your efforts and propelling you towards accomplishments that would otherwise remain unreachable. The activated sixth sense, tuning into universal wisdom. Having meticulously engineered your internal landscape with purpose and faith, having constructed the bridges from conscious thought to subconscious action, and having harnessed the multiplicative power of the mastermind and transmuted energies, you stand now at the threshold of the most profound and mysterious of all principles. This is where the culmination of all prior efforts truly blossoms, where the visible results of your focused endeavors begin to intertwine with an invisible yet undeniable flow of intuitive wisdom. I speak of the activated sixth sense, a faculty often relegated to the realm of the mystical or the inexplicable, but which in truth is the natural and logical apex of disciplined thought and emotional control. Do not mistake this for some ethereal, ungraspable spiritual gift bestowed upon a chosen few. On the contrary, the sixth sense, in its purest and most practical manifestation, is the direct and inevitable consequence of mastering the principles we have discussed. It is the refined intuition, the heightened perception, the sharpened discernment that emerges when your mind, your entire being, is brought into perfect alignment. Think of it not as an external force acting upon you, but as an internal antenna, exquisitely tuned to an infinite intelligence. Just as a radio receiver, when properly calibrated, can capture signals invisible to the naked eye, so too can your mind, when harmonized by definite purpose, unwavering faith, strategic auto-suggestion, creative imagination, specialized knowledge, decisive action, persistent effort, and the synergistic energy of a mastermind, begin to intercept and interpret profound insights from a universal wellspring of wisdom. This is the point where the pieces begin to spontaneously fall into place, where solutions to seemingly intractable problems suddenly appear in your conscious mind, fully formed and undeniably correct. It is the quiet, insistent voice of inspiration that guides you to the right person at the precise moment, or presents you with the perfect opportunity seemingly out of thin air. These are not coincidences, nor are they mere accidents of fate. These are the direct manifestations of your activated sixth sense, operating on a frequency that transcends the limitations of ordinary logical reasoning. For too long, humanity has relied almost exclusively on the five physical senses and the analytical capacity of the conscious mind. While these are invaluable tools, they are inherently limited. The sixth sense, however, taps into a dimension of understanding that precedes and surpasses logic. It offers a direct conduit to the how when the what and the why have been unequivocally established. Consider the great innovators, the visionary leaders, the artistic geniuses throughout history. Were their groundbreaking discoveries, their revolutionary ideas, always the product of laborious, step-by-step logical deduction alone? Or did they speak of moments of sudden clarity, of flashes of inspiration, of inner knowing that guided their path? These were instances, perhaps unconsciously recognized, of their sixth sense being momentarily activated. They had, through intense focus, unwavering desire, and often prolonged persistence in their field, unconsciously created the conditions for this antenna to receive. Your journey, however, is about conscious activation. It is about deliberately cultivating the fertile ground within your mind so that this faculty becomes not an occasional visitor, but a reliable guide. How does one foster this heightened state of being? It is through the continuous, unwavering application of every principle we have previously explored. Your definite purpose acts as the signal you transmit to the universe. Your faith acts as the amplifier of that signal. Autosuggestion ensures your receiver, your subconscious, is clear of static and interference. Imagination creates the mental space for new ideas to land. Specialized knowledge provides the context for those ideas to be understood and implemented. Decisiveness and persistence ensure the channel remains open, even when faced with temporary disruptions. And the master mind, that powerful alliance of minds, creates a collective resonance, further strengthening your individual signal and amplifying the insights received. When all these elements are aligned, when your mind is calibrated with profound clarity and unshakable conviction, you will find that answers, guidance, and opportunities no longer need to be sought through arduous external struggle. Instead, they will seem to flow directly to you, almost effortlessly. This is not magic. It is the ultimate expression of your mind in perfect, harmonious synchronicity with the vast, intelligent forces of the universe. It is the moment when your inner knowing becomes your most trusted advisor, and the path to your destiny reveals itself with profound and undeniable certainty. The final summons: force the world to yield. We have journeyed through the intricate architecture of the mind, discerning the precise methodologies that unlock extraordinary achievement. You have seen how a vague, fleeting desire can be transformed into a potent reality chip, a precise command embedded deep within your subconscious, compelling it to materialize your vision. You have understood how your imagination, often dismissed as mere fancy, is in truth a powerful laboratory of conscious creation, where ideas are not just conceived but meticulously engineered. We explored how the decisive act of making a choice, coupled with an unyielding, calculated persistence, acts as the unwavering motor that propels these meticulously crafted plans into tangible existence, navigating obstacles with strategic adaptability. And then, we ascended to the understanding of the mastermind, not merely as a group of individuals, but as an invisible, multiplicative force, a resonant field of harmonized intelligence that amplifies effort and accelerates outcomes beyond individual capacity. Most profoundly, you were introduced to the activated sixth sense, your personal antenna tuned to the infinite intelligence, a faculty that reveals the how when all other avenues seem closed. These are not disparate theories. They are a unified system, an undeniable cycle of creation and manifestation that has been at the core of every significant fortune and every profound achievement in human history. But knowledge, however profound, is merely potential energy until it is ignited by action. What then is the immediate, undeniable imperative now? What must you do with this potent understanding, this blueprint for mastery? I tell you, waiting for the perfect moment, for all conditions to align, is the most insidious form of self-sabotage. The power to transform your world resides not in contemplation alone, but in the courage to implement. Therefore, I issue a direct, uncompromising challenge to you, a challenge for the next 24 to 48 hours, for this very day. I demand that you select just one of these profound insights, the single principle that resonated most deeply with your spirit, the one that sparked an undeniable recognition within your being, and you must apply it with unwavering focus and absolute conviction, starting today. Is it the cultivation of an ardent, specific desire that needs to become your reality chip? Then dedicate yourself to defining it with crystal clarity, writing it down, visualizing it, feeling its presence as if it were already accomplished. Is it the deliberate use of auto-suggestion, speaking the language of success to your subconscious? Then begin now, with affirmations imbued with emotion, repeated consistently, until they become an undeniable truth within you. Or perhaps it is the formation of a mastermind alliance that beckons you, understanding that your path to accelerated achievement lies in the synergistic power of harmonized minds. Then identify a potential ally, someone whose purpose aligns with yours, and initiate that vital conversation. Choose one and commit to its immediate, tangible application. The world does not bend to theory. It bends to applied principle. Do not merely nod in agreement, or allow these words to become another fleeting thought in the endless stream of information. This is not about passive consumption. It is about active engagement, about taking ownership of your mental powers. The world, in its indifferent majesty, awaits your command. It is precisely because you understand how to think in this manner, with such clarity, such conviction, and such strategic application of these timeless principles, that the world will have no choice but to yield to your will. This is the promise that I, Napoleon Hill, have seen fulfilled countless times, in countless lives, through decades of rigorous observation and proven methodology. This is the legacy I endeavored to leave behind, not as a collection of anecdotes, but as a practical, actionable philosophy for living a life of purpose, prosperity, and profound personal power. Your journey, your ultimate victory, begins now with a single, decisive step, grounded in one of these immutable truths. If this discourse has ignited a fire within you, a spark of recognition for the power that resides within, then let your engagement be a testament to your newfound resolve. Like this message, subscribe to this channel for more insights into the principles that elevate human achievement, and share this vital knowledge with another soul who yearns to make the world bend to their will. For in sharing, you amplify the very principles that govern your own success. Remember this, and let it echo in the deepest chambers of your consciousness. Think like this, and the world will yield to you. Your fortune, in every conceivable dimension, awaits your conscious command.